The foundation started about 9 years ago now. There was no plan particularly to build up a big organisation. It started as a piece of fundraising, and I like to think of it that it's got out of hand. And so we do most of our work is out in Kenya, looking to help disadvantaged kids get a decent education. So our biggest project is sponsoring kids. So it's state school in Kenya, there are fees. Most of the schools are boarding schools. So if you're an orphan child or you're a single parent family or from a rural village, the chances are you're a subsistence living and the family just can't afford school fees. And so we look for sponsors, and that could be individuals, families, a few businesses. We've even got one school that choose to sponsor a child, and they'll then sponsor them for the 4 years through their secondary school. So we've now helped 195 kids as of today through secondary school. And then from there, we looked for some of those kids. The vast majority have gone on to university and college. Those who haven't, we then look to set up with business mentors across Kenya to give them a bit more extra support to help them into work experience, maybe help them find contacts, put in job applications, prepare for interview, that type of thing. And then we also run a small farming project, which works with the local primary school to feed the kids in the primary, and also running a cycling project. So at a school in the slums in Nairobi to keep kids off the street. So all projects built around education. And in many ways, the foundation is one big coaching exercise. So whereas with my coaching clients, the process or the mechanism is conversational, with what we're doing out in Kenya, again, it's the same attitude, is encouraging people to do things for themselves, rather than it be a one-to-one conversation. It's through cycling or mentoring or scholarships.
Right, and funding-wise, how do you go about getting funding?
Yeah.
This must be something you have to do every year to keep the thing rolling.
So the key thing for us is, so the scholarships are slightly different. So scholarships, we only set up a scholarship if we have a specific sponsor for that child. And whilst we can't guarantee it, we do ask sponsors to commit to 4 years. So sponsors know that children will be in secondary school for 4 years. And by and large, sponsors see that through. We've had pretty much every year one sponsor drop out because their circumstances change. Yeah. And so we have got a small contingency set aside to cover that. So we've never yet had a child not be able to complete secondary. Right. So the scholarships are kind of ring-fenced in that sense. The other projects, the key behind all of them is self-sufficiency. And so when we set out, we take a project on and we'll commit to fund it for, say, 3 years. But the sole focus is to say, right, we're not there to give you aid, we're there to support. So we want you to do more for yourself or do this for yourself. We can put in some funds, we can put in organisation skills, we can put in momentum and effort, but you need to take this on and develop it. So we did it. The best result was a football project that we took on. We paid for a local Kenyan coach to set up a football academy. We funded him for 3 years, but during that time he was able to get funding elsewhere. And so after 3 years, our job was done. And as it is with my coaching clients are, it's short term, because if it continues beyond that, it becomes like a dependency relationship, and that, I don't think that helps anybody.
And how can people find out details about the foundation?
Yeah, so either through the business website, which is redrubberball.co.uk, or the foundation's own website is redrubberball.org.uk. So either of those will take you to the work that we're doing.
Great, thank you very much.
You're welcome, thank you very much.